We'll call this meeting of the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors to order for February 6, 2018. Roll call, Mr. Veeder.
Leyland.
Here.
Little.
Here.
Schwartz.
Here.
Agsman.
Here.
White.
Here, have a moment of silence to reflect on our actions for the day. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have the agenda received as proposed or as amended?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Public comments, anyone from the public like to bring up anything that's not on the agenda? Moving on to years of service. Mr. Veeder?
We have 4 years of service awards today. There are 3 from Country View for Babette Pritchett, 20 years, Kimberly Wagner, 20 years, and Linda Denton, 25 years. And I don't think any of them are here. Dennis, did you want to take these? Okay. And then we have one for 35 years of service from the Treasurer's Office, Judith Straw, who I believe is here. Congratulations, Judith.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you for your years of service. Congratulations, Jerry.
Make sure you pass that on, Dennis, to the people out at Country View for their years of service. Congratulations, and thank you, Judy. Next on the agenda is claims and payments. Resolution for the Board of Supervisors to approve expenditures for.
The expenditures for this week total $197,937.60, 197,937.60.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on any of the items? This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Leyland.
Yes.
Little.
Yes.
Magsman.
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Resolution for the Board of Supervisors to approve expenditures for Country View.
Country View's expenditures total $44,661.25, 44661.25.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Little.
Yes.
Magsman.
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Receive project updates from department heads and elected officials. Good morning, Kathy.
Good
Morning, Board. Kathy
Morning.
Nicholas, County Engineer. The roads are about 75% snow and ice covered this morning. We do expect more snow coming in tonight in the overnight hours. And then later this week, it sounds like there will be several more storms. I'd like to remind county residents that it does take us, our snow policy allows us 48 hours to get all of the roads plowed. In practical terms, we can usually get this accomplished in the first day, but the rural subdivisions, we haven't forgotten you. It just does take us time. We generally are plowing the main roads, the paved roads, before we get to the rural subdivisions. The plows are out generally 5 to 5 on a normal snow day. The graders are generally out until the 5 o'clock hour as well. We are anticipating that the trucks will be out till 3 p.m. They did start at 5 today. They will most likely stop at 3 p.m. unless the snow starts before then. And the graders, we are anticipating that they will be out until 5 p.m. this afternoon as well, and then both going out tomorrow as well. Can I answer any questions at this time?
Yeah, Kathy, we had one call this morning that came in. It was 106 Elm Street, Washburn. Did you get that one already?
Yes, we did hear about that in the office.
Yeah, she said they plow most of the streets, but for some reason they don't get this one.
So we are just starting in Washburn this morning.
Okay.
Perhaps she saw 218, and that, of course, the DOT has been plowing all night on 218, so.
Yeah, her concern was obviously no sidewalks. Kids had to walk in the street to get school
Right.
buses.
Right. yes, we are out there as soon as we are able to be Washburn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning, Board.
Morning.
Morning.
Mike Hendrickson, Director, Blackhawk County Conservation Board. I am here to happily finally announce that the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the East Wing renovation at the Hartman Reserve Nature Center will take place on February the 16th. That program will begin at 2 o'clock with tours for contributors. There will be 2:45, we will unveil the giving tree. And then at 3 o'clock, we have opened it up to the public, and we will be there for as long as they would like to go through and tour. Our staff will be there to help and answer any questions and get us through the day. Invitations have gone out. I hope that you've received yours. A press release was sent out last week, and so finally, we're going to get this taken care of. The only faux pas that we've had and what slowed things down is we've had a few things that would not allow us to get our occupancy, but we are down to 2 fire door issues. Those are being taken care of today. They'll be installed tomorrow, and we believe that we will get occupancy either tomorrow afternoon or Thursday. So we are finally there. Any questions?
Thank you.
Mike, how many years have you been working on this process?
That depends on, do you want to talk about the fundraising? With fundraising, this is going on of just about 3 years. So it's been a very long project, but the end result will be quite fabulous, I think. So anyway, we're looking
Look
forward to
forward
it.
to the opening. Thank
All right.
you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Moving on to minutes approved for January 30th, 2018 and February 1st,
So
2018.
moved.
Moved and second, any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Number 7, hearings, time is approximate, 9:05 hearing on the bid opening for the courthouse ceiling tile upgrade. Next, number 8, consent agenda by resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second, any discussion on any of the items? This is a resolution, please answer, your name is called.
Magsman,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Number 9 is reports. Motion that the recorder's report of fees collected from Sandra L. Smith, County Recorder, for the period December 1st, 17 through December 31st, 2017 be received and placed on file with the county auditor.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. B, motion that the semi-annual settlement of the Board of Supervisors with Rita Schmidt, treasurer for the period July 1st, 17 through December 17. Moved and seconded, any discussion?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Motion that the semi-annual report of Rita Schmidt, treasurer for the period of July 1st, 17 through December 31st, 17, received and placed on file with county auditor.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the item? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Motion that the semi-annual investment report of Rita Schmidt, treasurer for the period July 1st, 17 through December 31st, 17, be received and placed on file with the county auditor.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion on this item. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Motion that the Blackhawk County Conservation Board 2017 annual report be received and placed on file with the county auditor's office.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
You want to comment at all, Mike, about it?
Not really.
Okay. It's a nice report.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a lot of good information probably put on our website.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Contracts and agreement. This resolution that the amendment to the agreement between Blackhawk County and NAVCare Incorporated for the medical, mental, and dental services with a 3% increase be approved as recommended by Tony Thompson, County Sheriff.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. This is a resolution. Please answer your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Magsman,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. This is a resolution that the agreement between Blackhawk County and Pratum for performing a risk assessment against HIPAA high-tech standards in the amount of $8,958 be approved as recommended by Kim Veeder, IT Director.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Magstman,
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Other business, this is a motion that the request for purchase of capital equipment submitted by Kim Veeder, IT Director, be approved and direct the chair to sign up for same to purchase 2 desktop computers for $1,520 from Sterling Computers to be used by the Conservation Department.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on that item? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Motion that the travel request submitted by Deb Bunger, Human Resource Director, be approved to direct the chair to sign for same for $970 for Mary Ann Wood, HR Specialist, and Amanda Fessenmeyer, HR Specialist, to attend the Iowa Employment Law Spring Conference in Altoona, scheduled for April 11th and 12th.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. C, this is a resolution that the taxes due and payable of the submitted persons as indicated, including special assessments and rates or charges, including interest, fees, and costs in accordance with the provision 427.9 of the Code of Iowa, be suspended in the future. Property taxes on property owned by these persons be suspended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Magstman,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is a resolution of tax sale certificate assignment for vacant lots located in Waterloo, Iowa, pursuant to 446.31. The Code of Iowa be approved and the said certificate of purchase of tax sale be assigned to David and Alan Beck with the tax sale assignment via $10 per parcel as recommended by Rita Schmidt, County Treasurer.
David and Ellen Beck had sent in a request for an assignment and a compromise on these 2 lots. They're located next to their property at 122 Argyle. And over the years in their letter, and Ellen is here if you want to speak with her, these lots have had special assessments for lot clearing. A lot of trash is being dumped on them and that. And she's pursuing getting the assignment from Blackhawk County with the request for an assignment or a compromise on what taxes are due. And so I've talked with her as to what her procedures were if the assignment and compromise is granted today. So a lot of special assessments. Most of it is special assessments that's delinquent. The real estate taxes are only $20 a year on each parcel, so they're not valued very high.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Magstman,
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Resolution that the compromise offered in the amount of $1,000 by David and Ellen Beck on taxes and special assessments owed for the 2 vacant parcels of real estate taxes and special assessments in the amount of $3,846 on the respective parcels be approved and the county treasurer be directed to adjust her records accordingly.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Magstman,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is a resolution that the retention of Attorney Eric Johnson for the consultation and legal services regarding Country View be approved as recommended by Brian Williams, County Attorney.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I'd say this is, I think it's smart to retain special legal services if folks are interested in going down this route, but I'm not interested in the sale of Country View, so I'll be voting no.
This is a resolution. Please answer your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Magstman,
Yes.
Schwartz.
No.
White.
Yes. This is a resolution to have Marcus and Milchap, institutional property advisors, provide a professional opinion and proposed plan on the sale of Country View.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion here? This is a
No.
this is a res-
Say I followed up with them yesterday as I did have some questions and just wanted clarification of the process that they had kind of listed to us. And the senior directing manager partner, I guess he would be, did mention that they had like $2.9 billion in nursing sales on their records. But I said the part I was finding most important, I think, to us was someone that had worked with a county facility, and they'd worked with 9 other county nursing homes or long-term cares. And the process, he identified much the same, that 6 months with a month and a half on either side of that, depending on how we wanted to work through it. But the broker opinion, and this really goes a little bit more to your concerns, I think, Chris, was when they come back with that opinion from the broker of the value
Right.
of it, whether or not we want to go forward or not with it, we do have that option as well, so.
No, I understood that. I just, I'm of the belief that it's a public service and it's an important safety net that needs to stay in the public. And I think that as in the coming years that we'll have people in the State House and the governor's mansion that agree with us and will be giving us more support. And so I think it's our job to, at least it's my job to hold on these couple years until we have more support from the state. Because I know any private company, I know that they said that we could have guarantees over the services that happen. We could have guarantees over maintaining residents out there and maintaining staffing out there. But ultimately, we'd have to go to litigation to enforce those things. And I don't see that being very successful, or I also see that being very costly. And so I just want to see Country View stay as a public facility run by the county.
I agree with you 100%, Chris, but like I said, told you before, we got to look at all the options. We got to keep an open mind on all our options. Yeah.
Well, and Bob Lincoln had that plan a few years ago
Right.
of adding services and serving more
Right.
people, and if there's an opportunity for us to do that, I
Right.
think I'd
Yeah.
love to see us do
Just
it.
because we're looking at this doesn't mean we're going to end up selling it either.
No.
This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
No.
Magsman,
Yes.
Schwartz,
No.
White,
No.
Looks like we have gonna maintain a public entity then, because we're not gonna go out and search for this. So I'm certainly disappointed that we're not looking at this option, that we're choosing to spend those dollars to provide a service that perhaps the county's not the most effective manager of this facility.
I'd reiterate that, and I'd also, I guess, like to hear from the board, and not today, but in the future, I guess, of plans for Country View. We've talked for quite some time about reducing costs and looking at ways we can save the taxpayers money and still serve these people in the way that we should. And so if there's other plans on the table, I'm certainly open to hearing about those.
Any other thoughts, concerns?
Definitely a lot of concerns because I don't know what the plan is to go forward. We had a plan to look at options of having private sector come in and look at this, but we've closed the door on that today. So I guess I would challenge our fellow supervisors to come up with a plan that sustains Country View, provides quality service to those individuals, and helps control our property taxes.
Any other? I agree with you somewhat, Frank, but like, looking at the big picture for this place, it's been our responsibility for a long time to take care of those people. And
I guess
They don't
to
have
comment on that. is
Those
that-
people, go ahead.
Comment on that is that I understand that, we look at government to take care of some of these special needs individuals, but we don't have support from the state of Iowa. We're a island out here that we're expecting the citizens of Black Hawk County to pick up those costs and to subsidize the state of Iowa because of the increased property tax that our citizens in Black Hawk County will need to pay to maintain the services out there.
So, if we don't, who does? That's my thought,
It's my standpoint, we need to look at the option of the private sector doing it.
To address your question a little bit earlier that you mentioned as far as looking at all options, if there was an opportunity for the private sector to improve services out there, and we don't look at that, were we to get some of these offers back and some of these were willing to do something and improve that facility out there, whether it be improve it even, I think, the building and different things that we could also ask, but also services and individuals, wouldn't that be something we should consider? For the betterment even of the people there. I guess I'm thinking if we can improve services out there, rather than looking at ways to save money all the time and trying to reduce costs, because transportation and things like that are more costly, and services we've talked about, that we don't provide, maybe out there when we look at ways to cut things, we don't have them go to the activities as much. If this was an opportunity to improve those services, it seems like we're doing a disservice to them if we don't at least look at it, because we can always turn it down. We can, if we could get somebody, I don't know that we get somebody here even locally, but we've talked about could be a local market. If there was someone in our market that could serve these individuals, wouldn't that be a great opportunity for us and for those individuals? I mean, at least we could look at it.
It
Maybe we
sounds
don't
like,
think so.
it sounds like, yeah, I agree with you there, Linda, but going in these nursing homes every day doing hospice, I see too much that, that we lose control of. And I hear it said time and time again, Black Hawk County's county home is the best services around, and probably because of what we, the letter to the editor last night, there was a gentleman that was responding to the situation saying our tax dollars, well, we spend millions of dollars across the street, and I don't see anybody hollering about the money spent on the jail services, that we spend to take care of our prisoners. And a portion of them shouldn't be in there. They should be probably in the county home.
Well, that,
If truth be known.
I would like to see that, like I say, a service added out there that would maybe address some
Yeah.
of those people, so we could move some of them out
I,
of the jail.
I think we need to work, and my thought is I'm going to work with Bob and see what the counties can do to step up and do more out there to, not maybe monetarily, but to bring people in and fill that place up where we can do a service to these people that need the help, rather than leaving them out on the streets where they end up back in the jails or have a situation. It's a service that's needed, and I don't think it's being given properly anywhere else in the community, to tell you the truth. My mother's in a nursing home, and the service there is, and thousands of dollars are spent each month on her, and I don't see the service over there being getting the bang for the buck, if you want to say it that way. But where do you put them? You got to take care of them. You've got a responsibility, especially these people. They're with special needs and mental health issues.
I agree.
I'll dwell on it for the next week, and I might consider to bring it back up, or one of us might. It depends. But any other discussion?
I appreciate that. I would just like to consider that if it is an option that we can improve the lives of those people that we're not doing a service if we don't take a look at it. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Next is the motion that the Iowa Individual Health Benefit Reinsurance Program 2017 annual reporting form be approved and direct the chair to sign for same as recommended by Helen Steffen.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Motion to direct the county auditor to advertise for a public hearing to be held at 9:05 on Tuesday, February 20th in this boardroom for marquee overlay on C-54 Marquee Road over unnamed creek and on V-62 Jessup Road through the sections mentioned.
So moved.
Moved
Second.
and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Motion to direct the county auditor to advertise for a public hearing to be held at 9:07 on Tuesday, February 20th, in room 201. The Blackhawk County Courthouse for request for Lisa Hannigan at west of 7437 West Marquee Road to rezone 7.87 acres from agricultural district to agricultural residential to build 2 single-family homes.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. This is a resolution that the minor plat of survey submitted by Ryan and Rachel shares to minor plat 1.9 acres in order to allow for the construction of a single-family home on newly created parcel A, 1.5 acres parcel zoned AR agricultural district, residential district of 1.4 acres. Parcel is zoned A agricultural district. The property is questioned is located east of 7425 Pointer Road.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
I think Seth is up there.
Oh, sorry, Steph.
Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, yes, the Planning and Zoning Commission at the regular meeting on January 23rd, 2018, reviewed the request submitted by Ryan and Rachel Shares to plat 1.9 acres with 1.5 acre zoned agricultural residential district and 0.4 acre zoned agricultural district in order to allow for the construction of a single-family home on the newly created parcel. The applicant's request to rezone 1.5 acres of the minor plat area from A agricultural district to AR agricultural residential district was approved by the Board of Supervisors on November 14th, 2017. The 0.4 acres minor plat area has been zoned agricultural since the adoption of the Blackhawk County zoning ordinance in November 18th of 1982. The surrounding land uses are A agricultural district to the north, south, east, and west. The Blackhawk County future land use map adopted as a component of the Blackhawk County Comprehensive Land Use Plan designates this property as agricultural. Land to the north, south, east, and west is listed as agricultural as well. The property in question is not located in a flood hazard area. It's designated by FEMA. The applicant is requesting 1.9 acre minor plat in order to allow for the construction of a single-family home on the newly created parcel. The applicant's rezone request to rezone 1.5 acres of the minor plat area from A agricultural district to AR agricultural residential district was approved by the Board of Supervisors on November 14, 2017. The lot meets the provisions of the AR agricultural residential district by being greater than 1.5 acres in size and being 150 foot wide. The technical review committee did not have any concerns regarding this request.
Any questions for Seth? This is a
Any
resolution.
opposition to this?
Oh, no, we didn't have any opposition, and it was moved by Beck and seconded by Stack to approve the minor plat request, and the motion carried unanimously, and we didn't have any uproar from the public or anything, or anybody come to speak against this.
6-0 is unusual.
Thank you, Seth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Maxman,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. This is a motion to direct the county auditor to advertise for a public hearing to be held at 9:09 on Tuesday, February 20th in this room for request of submitted by Michelle Johansson at north of 6624 North Union Road to rezone 1.9 acres from A agricultural district to A agricultural residential.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Next is a hearing bid opening on the proposed courthouse ceiling tile upgrade.
Motion received, place on file, approve for publication.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Motion to close the hearing after oral written comments are
moved.
received.
Second.
Any written comments?
No, sir.
Any oral comments?
Thank you.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Bids to be received and opened and read. Bid deadline was 2 o'clock Monday, January 29, 2018.
Good morning, Board. Roy Giving, Maintenance Superintendent. This bid is for approximately 50,000 square foot of ceiling tile. Keep in mind, this is only for the ceiling tile. As indicated on the bid sheet, we had a budgeted amount of $468,000. That number includes the other phases of the project, which includes our lighting, diffusers, wall control, and labor. So, first bid is from Artisan Ceiling Systems in Waterloo, Iowa. And both the bids received were received on time too, by the way. Okay, I do show that Artisan did provide a bid bond. Artisan ceiling tiles total bid amount is $299,990. $299,990. Second bid is from GNR Construction out of Cedar Falls. Okay, I do show that they also have a bid bond included. GNR Construction bid amount is $332,332,000.
Motion to review and place on file.
The second?
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is a work session for discussion, possible board action, considerations of all aspects of the fiscal year Blackhawk County budget.
I put an updated tax askings impact sheet in your box this morning. This is after the adjustment for the additional 1% for elected officials from 3 to 4%. That was about 15,000, a little over 15,000. Those are the elected officials plus the deputies that are based on that. And then I added also an additional 5,000 for the libraries because I had them in at last year's amount. So the new totals, tax askings.
Susan,
Yes.
in light of the vote this morning, I think we should add another $1 million to Country View.
Yes, I would agree. One more item we need to consider is we did not take a motion on the department heads. We did the non-bargaining. We did the elected officials. In the past, I think we've combined either, elected officials and department heads or non-bargaining and department heads. There are 5 individuals classified as department heads. There are a couple of department heads that are classified as non-bargaining, so just to take that into consideration. Do you want to take a motion or a resolution on the department heads? I guess and then we can talk about Country View and the changes that would create.
I'll make a motion to approve the department heads, directors, 3% increase.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Magsman,
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted.
Okay. So this is where we were with tax askings at $39,651,816, a $2,021,946 increase over last year, 5.37%. That was adding an additional $2 million in expenditures for Country View, but then also using $500,000 in debt service reserves out of the roads and bridges. So over our without Country View increase of about $500,000, we added another $1.5 million in tax askings. That impact on residential was a $6.96 increase on a $100,000 assessed value. Considering the question of whether County Social Services will continue to fund Country View, if we added another $1 million,
We're still going to be short if we add another $1 million if County Social Services pull.
if we add another $1 million, we'll be looking at a $3 million increase, 8.03%, and $17.21 increase, 4.71%.
I'd make a motion to increase the budget by $1 million and not to take any money out of reserves to support it.
If we adjust the reserves, not taking the $500,000 out, that would be $3.5 million increase, 9.36%. $21.94 increase in taxes on a residential of $100,000.
Based on your review and analysis of the Country View budget, is that a proper funding for that facility?
I would. Their cash balance right now, it looks like we're going to have to transfer another $500,000 right now. We might need more than $2 million this year in reserves. We are not getting anywhere on the money that is owed to us from the MCOs. That continues to drag on. They have a cash balance right now of like $238,000, and next week we'll have benefits and payroll. So that situation doesn't look very good. They did get their increase in their Medicaid rates, but I don't know if Dennis is still here. I'm not sure when those will be realized.
When did you amend the budget at? 2 million?
We amended it at $2 million, and we've given $1.5 million so far. So it's looking like shortly we'll have to do another $500,000 at least to cover expenditures.
I have a motion on the floor for, what was your motion again, Frank? Just-
It was to increase the contributions to Country View by $1 million and to remove the reserve support of it, because we're going to need to do it in the future. No sense relying on reserves.
I'll second.
What's the final number on that then?
Right here, it's 3.5 roughly million increase in tax askings, 9.36%. Increase on residential taxes, $21.94, 6.01%.
Is it possible to wait and see if we can reconsider maybe at least still looking at the marketing and possible sale of this before we take a vote on this?
There are other options.
Yeah. Well, and that was, like I said, that was just an option, but I just thought too, before we have to go to this, I know we know really what we're looking at, but the other options is what I'm afraid we're running out of. And the whole point that was making certain we don't have to close this facility. I guess that's my concern is that's,
Well, we can't support it. A facility can't stay open without supplement from Blackhawk County. That's why I made the motion, because it's a realistic figure of what it's going to cost. And, you know, as we try to control costs out of there, you got to remember that we only get reimbursed 80%. So if we have $1 cost and we reduce it to 80 cents, we're only going to get 80 cents percent of that 80 cents. So it's a losing proposition.
The amount, the rough estimate I had, that doesn't include capital expenditures. I know there, well, the new phone system would be 31 or 32,000, but I think they're also looking at a need for some other technology improvements, plus other capital
That
improvements
doesn't
out
go
there.
into any capital improvements.
No, it
which
doesn't
are
go into any
needed
capital.
because they need to improve their computer interaction with going with the fiber or not fiber, but the services from CFU, which is about 45,000, bring into that facility.
Right.
And you could share that with the detention center, but there's still a $45,000 cost to bring fiber into that facility.
We're talking about, 300 people's lives.
well, and I certainly sympathize with the employees that we have out there, but the care of the residents is, I think, primary and what we want to
Right.
consider.
Well, and if you don't have the employees, you don't have the care.
True.
We don't have the funding, we have neither.
Well, then let's kick them out on the street.
I made a
Close.
proposal to fund it.
And I've seconded the proposal. It's, I mean, my eyes are wide open on what this cost is going to be out there, but
Well, you mentioned other alternatives, or there's other options. I guess, could we hear for those from the rest of you, I guess the other three of you by Thursday? I mean, we're still in budget discussions, and I
Right.
guess I'm open to any and all. I just thought we pretty much hit any and all. So I understand what you're saying is, it is what it is, the cost, but I don't know. Take the motion, I guess.
Call for the question. Roll call vote.
Is the board willing to discuss it on Thursday,
I
I
am.
guess? With other options, with your options, I guess, of what we can do, and then
I know,
revisit
There's a
this?
motion and second on the table.
yeah.
I know, but I still appreciate hearing from board members when we're discussing something as important as this.
We have an
No
option
comments,
to
not a
change
good
the budget up until it's public hearing.
Right.
Little,
No.
Maxman,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
White,
No. And we'll schedule a meeting for Thursday morning at 9
We can
o'clock.
do that. Thanks.
Or later, if need be. Anything else, Susan, for now?
No, I don't have anything.
Entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second?
Moving and seconded. All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. We are adjourned.